Hey guys, this is Tauna. Today we're going to be talking about the new Creative Energy Precon. So this is the Energy Precon coming with Modern Horizons 3. It is honestly the one I am most hyped for, but that's because I am looking forward to doing some like energy, janky stuff. I think that energy is a very interesting mechanic, so I'm pretty excited about this. Now, before we get into it, two things. First of all, if you like the content and stuff like that, make sure you subscribe. We're going to be talking about everything to do with Commander with Modern Horizons 3 and stuff. We talk about all the leaks that happen, all that kind of stuff. So I'd love if you could, like the video, subscribe, that kind of stuff. And the second thing here is that obviously there is another energy precon that came out not long ago. So this one here was the science one with Fallout. It is, at its basis an energy precon, but it ended up being, a combination between energy and artifacts. So this one was energy and artifacts, but the new creative energy one, this is energy and tokens. So there is a lot of similarities between the two, energy tokens, energy artifacts, artifact tokens as well. There's different artifact tokens, Nuka Cola being the kind of most expensive card in here, which creates artifact tokens, while this one here is just purely around, different kinds of tokens and stuff, creating tokens, all that kind of thing. So obviously, we're going to be focusing on this one, but there is this other science energy precon that came out not long ago. So tomorrow, probably, I'll do an analysis between the two, talking about which one I think you should be using as your basis if you are going to do an energy precon, kind of a, science versus creative energy. So the creative energy one is based around the face commander, Satya, Aether Flux Genius. So he is a human artificer who makes it so that whenever he attacks, you create a tapped and attacking token that's a copy of up to one other target non-token creature you control. And then you get 2 energy. At the beginning of the next end step, you sacrifice that token unless you pay an amount of energy equal to its mana value. So, if you copy something that is 3 mana value, then you're going to have to pay 3 energy, etc. It is a very reliable way for you to be able to get a whole bunch of energy, create a whole bunch of tokens, potentially keep those tokens around depending on what you copy and stuff. And with a whole bunch of the other way, the way the deck works, you're going to be creating a lot of energy. Now, one thing also to keep in mind is that this set, Modern Horizons 3, is insanely energy focused. There is a lot of energy stuff in this set. In this deck, sure, there's a lot of energy stuff here, but just in the set overall, it is one of the major mechanics across, all colors, but definitely around Jeskai. So there is going to be a lot of reprints in here that are from like Kaladesh and stuff, where, the energy was kind of the big focus. So we've got like Aether Geode Miner here who creates energy every time you attack, and then you can pay energy. Amped Raptor here enters the battlefield, create energy. Now, the interesting thing about these ones that are when they enter the battlefield, create energy, is that when Satya creates a tapped and attacking token, they are going to be entering the battlefield. So, you could use this on that Amped Raptor, pay 2, you get 2 from that, and then from the Amped Raptor, you get another 2. So technically you have up to 4 energy here from just doing these 2, and then you can pay those 2 energy to keep that Amped Raptor around if you want to. We've got Aurora Shifter here, one of the newer cards. When it deals combat damage to a player, you get that many energy. And then at the beginning of combat, you can pay 2 energy. When you do, it becomes a copy of another target creature you control, except it has this ability. And whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you get that many energy. So essentially, with this, you can switch around what your Aurora Shifter is. If you want it to be a copy of your Satya, it can be. However, it Legends rule and stuff. So you want to obviously copy stuff that is not legendary. It doesn't keep its name Aurora Shifter. It just becomes a copy of whatever that is. So this Grenzo Havoc Razor, I don't know why this one is in here. Some card draw and stuff like that. Feels like filler. Royal Cartographer here. Whenever a land enters the battlefield, you get energy, and then you can pay 6 energy to draw 3 cards. A pretty decent kind of card draw, as well as another energy generator. Burnish Heart, Overclocked Electromancer. At the beginning of combat, you can pay 3 energy. If you do, put a +1/+1 onto it. Whenever it attacks, double its power until end of turn. And then when it deals combat damage to a creature, if it has excess damage, excess damage dealt to it, you get energy based on that excess damage. We've got Professional Facebreaker here, an amazing reprint. Razorfield Ripper, another one of the new printed cards, which gives you energy, as well as the fact that it's got reconfigure, so you can attach it to something, and it's going to give whatever that is, +X based on how much energy you have whenever you attack. Skyclave Apparition here, a removal thing. We've got Well of Virtuoso, create some energy and then pay energy to create some colorless Thopters. Aether Storm Rock, create energy. You know, a lot of energy stuff in here, but then we've also got like Kaith here. So this one here, it has Fabricate, and then it gives all your other non-token creatures Fabricate, and then you can pay 2 and tap it to populate or proliferate. All right, we've got Angel of Invention, give you some more Thopters if you want. Goldspan Dragon is an insane reprint in here. Get a whole bunch of treasures. Also, whenever it becomes a target of a spell, you get to create treasures too, and give all your treasures, create 2 mana each time. Lightning Runner, that's a reprint. I thought that was a new card for some reason. Whenever it attacks, get energy, and then you can pay, what's that, 2, 4, 6, 8. The way they've shown like the new energy things is so much better. It just says 8 energy if it's above like 3. If you pay, you get to untap and stuff. So if you get a whole bunch of stuff around, you know, creating a bunch of energy, then you can go from there and just become infinite. Silver Quill Lecturer here, giving all your cards Demonstrate. Sphinx of Revelation, get energy based on gaining life there. We've got Aethertide Whale here. When it enters the battlefield, create 6 energy, and then you can pay 4 to return it to your hand as well. We've got Bruiser Clad. This is a very interesting one in here. Create some Phyrexian Mirrors, as well as giving all your creature tokens haste. So because of the fact that you've got a lot of creature tokens built in here already, this is going to be really great. We've got Combustible Gearhulk, you know, just being able to make someone draw 3, and then if that player doesn't, you mill 3, then deal damage based on them. That's really cool. Aether Squall Ancient. We've got Mere Battlesphere. Blaster Hulk is another new one, making it so that it costs 1 less for each energy you've paid or lost this turn. And then whenever it attacks, you get 2 energy, and then you can pay 8 energy to deal 8 damage divided among targets if you want. And then Salvation Colossus here is another new one. When you attack, other creatures you control get +2/+2, gain indestructible, and end until end of turn. So really nice kind of finisher there. As for the other ones, you know, we've got classic kind of energy stuff in here. Akroma's Will is a crazy reprint. Farewell getting reprinted again is insanely good. Solar Transformer here, another new one. When it enters the battlefield, get 3 energy. You can pay energy to get, it's basically like a mana rock here that you can either add colorless or add energy with. We've got all the talismans that will fit as well. Unstable Amulet here, getting some energy. Then you can pay 2 energy to draw, well, to exile, impulse draw. Nice. Until you exile another card. So that's really nice, actually. That's really nice. And then, you know, Aetherworks Marvel is a crazy reprint. You know, any energy deck will be wanting this. You know, that's going to turn it so that anytime Satya's tokens leave the battlefield, you're going to get energy. In my opinion, really good. As well as, you know, your treasures or anything along those lines too. Aether Refinery is a new one here. If you get energy, you get twice that many energy instead. And then you can tap, you get an energy, then you can pay energy if you do create some Aether-born creature tokens. Gontai's Aether Heart getting a reprint too, another really great energy reprint here. Legion's Loyalty getting a reprint too, since was it CLB? I think that was the last reprint for that. So, you know, some nice stuff. There's some really interesting cards in here. Some insanely good reprints too. Like, you know, looking at the reprints, stuff like Facebreaker, Goldspan Dragon, Akroma's Will, Farewell, you know, Gontai's Aether Heart, Aetherworks Marvel, all the really great reprints for a energy deck, right? It's got all those energy staples built in here already, which we'll talk about with the science one tomorrow, how it doesn't exactly have it. Now, the one big thing that this is lacking and you will need to work on is the land base. Some of these aren't too bad, like, you know, the ping lands, I can't remember what they're called. The ones that deal 1 damage to you, those are really nice in here. There are some nice lands and stuff like that. It's not an awful land base, not the best. You know, there's really great land bases from the like the Doctor Who sets and stuff. So, you know, the Jeskai, was there a Jeskai Doctor Who set? Yeah, there was. The Jeskai Doctor Who set had a really good one. But the temples in here, and honestly, bleh. I think that's the best I could say. Blur. I hate the temples. They just, I don't know. They're better. There's better ones nowadays. But you know, it's not the worst of land bases, but it's not the best of land bases nowadays. I will be very interested to see, you know, if we go back and get some of these better land bases that they've kind of shown in the past. But it has all the staples for an energy deck. It has some really nice kind of, you know, win cons in here as well. It's going to be a decent kind of, you know, deck to start off with. There is going to be a lot of upgrades that you can have in here. You know, there's stuff like Grenzo, which I don't necessarily think should be in here. You know, Burnish Heart, I'm not sure about that. I probably wouldn't add that in myself. You know, it's kind of split between the tokens area and the energy a lot, and you could focus on either of those to a little bit more, I think. But overall, it's not an awful deck. It does look nice. Keep in mind that this is a more premium product. The cardboard costs the same to print, but, you know, Magic calls it a more premium product, so it is a little bit more expensive. More in line with, say, the Fallout Precons or something along those lines, rather than the actual normal set ones. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think. I think that this looks really good. I really love it, but maybe you guys disagree. Have a great day and goodbye.